Happy Saturday, you guys. I'm trying to get my sweet spot on my little recording area. Anyway, today I wanted to talk about something because I have been practicing um actually for about the last year, but especially, probably about the last year because y'all saw, if anybody who has been really following me knows that like months ago I was trying to figure out this money thing. And I'm still there. I'm still there trying to figure out this money thing. But I watch a lot of YouTubes about people who are successful in making money and manifesting money, and a lot of these people are have something to do with, well, actually I think real estate, buying businesses, and the stock market. And so yesterday I decided to watch Wolf of Wall Street. I thought it was super interesting. It was actually better than I thought it was going to be. I really didn't have any interest in it. It was just one big pretty hedonistic orgy with a lot of drugs. I'm like, holy crap. It made Mad Men look, the whole series Mad Men look like Kumbaya compared to, oh my gosh, it was crazy, crazy, crazy. And I was just thinking about this, so you have like your wolves that are perfectly happy to snatch, money out of a single mother's pocketbook. And then on the other side, you got the single mom sheep. You got the sheep, you got the people who are just going through life, following the rules, just, going to their job and, status quo. I'm happy with my, $40,000 a year job, and the bills are paid, everything's good. Don't have any retirement, but I don't know what I'm going to do when I can't work anymore, but, life is good. And I think about this, because we've actually been programmed. I'm not sure how it is in other religions, but I was a Catholic most of my life, and we got a really, really, really bad programming regarding money. Regarding money, like money is the root of all evil. It's easier to get through the eye of the needle than to get to the kingdom of heaven for a rich man. All these all these sayings about it. And so, and also this idea of a pie, it kind of comes back to me, periodically, this idea of the pie that I've talked about. Like there's this pie and people get a piece of the pie, and it actually doesn't even make sense with how exponentially wealth has become, like billions of dollars. And like I had talked about, when I was growing up, like in the 80s, when I was in high school, $1 million was a lot of money. Now, it's not. It's not. $1 million really isn't that much money in today's standards. So, I was really thinking about this because, I had talked in previous videos about this too, about my son and how there's me who, by all worldly standards, I did everything that I was supposed to do. I went to college, and I got into a career, and then I got more education, and I have 7 years of college. Even on top of that, I have even more than that. I'm really, really, really heavily trained in the career that I had been doing, and yet I could not break that cycle of living in poverty. Basically living in poverty. And there was also this idea, that went around, that goes around a lot, like, oh, well, you should just be lucky you have a job. You should just be grateful you have a job. Just be grateful. And it wasn't that I wasn't grateful, because here's the other thing. Throughout my life, and I don't know why I've been this way, but with nearly everything I've ever done to have money, I did it because I really enjoyed doing it. I really enjoyed doing it. And so I would have done it for free. I would have done it for free. Like I enjoyed going to people's houses and coaching them on their children's development. I absolutely adored that. And I felt very honored to come to people's homes and be able to like be a part of even an hour a week. It was just an amazing thing for me. And I would have done it for free. And now I'm trying to energetically be paid, have the monetary income that is like abundant, where I mean, I guess I would actually say just comfortable. Like, I'm not into yachts. I'm not into, you know, except for, you know, you guys, I really still want that. I want that Mercedes. And you know what is super interesting is that I had seen this ad on it, and it's really pretty affordable, like even slightly used with not even that many miles on it. I'm like, oh, I will have my Mercedes. But I'm, you know, in my dream life is like selling everything, buying a tiny house or a motorhome, living in an RV park by the beach and being a barista for extra money. That's my dream life. Anyway, so there has to be something energetic in this, is what I'm trying to say. There has to be something energetic, and I'm realizing now that I have been poor because of my beliefs. Because I was raised to believe that money is bad. But then I also think that there is the opposite of the love of money at the expense of any integrity. And the love of money at the expense of any integrity is really destructive, I would think. Because in the end, in Wolf of Wall Street, and if you haven't seen it and you want to see it, then this is a spoiler alert, but it doesn't end well. It does not end well. The life of you know, utter hedonism. I mean, it reminded me of the Garden of Earthly Delights, this painting with like these complete orgy going on. It's sort of like the term, you live by the sword, you die by the sword. You live as sort of like a thief, and you get thieved. I mean, there may be some like magic people who never get away with it, you know, but also just the day-to-day. Just the day-to-day, like just meaning, and at the end of the day, you know, being just... and really having a lack. Although I have to tell you, there were times in this movie that there was this energy of like, I think, genuine care for each other in their bubble. Like, I think that they really did love each other. I think they did. And it was sort of like living in this alternate reality. And so, I don't know. I guess for me, I would like to like have something a little in between. You know, like a comfortability where I don't have to think about it, and I can travel and do and take care of my children and my dog and my home, and I don't have to think about it. I don't want to have to think about it. I want it there. I like the ground beneath my feet. I want to know that I don't have to think about this because it is all provided for me, which is the way I believe Jesus lived. I mean, he was able to manifest. I was thinking about the fact that he didn't get worried in the storm. He was in a boat and there was a storm and the disciples were all up and just scared, and Jesus didn't worry because he knew. He knew that the creator of worlds lived in him and he didn't have to worry about anything. Anyway, love you guys. I'll be back.